somehow something happened to me those days. I was like overpowered with overconfidence. I don't know what was it. I thought I could simply clear any exams, do anything without even touching the books. So it was overconfidence. One of those sessions, Swami was passing by. He suddenly looked at me. He told me, "Hey boy." Then I just looked at Swami. "Yes, Swami." And he told, "Lazy, lazy, lazy." That was the Hillview Stadium he took me, which I had not visited physically then. I was to pass the mic to my next brother. Swami looked at the brother next to me and told, "Let him sing." That moment when I started singing, Swami just closed his eyes. That evening I can never forget. Loving pranams at Bhagwan's lotus feet, revered elders, my dear brothers and sisters. I was thinking what to talk today, and I was talking to one of my brothers. What should I talk? In Hindi I was telling, "Kya baat karu?" Then he told me, "Mic ke samne mic ban jao." So, which means become a mic in front of the mic. So I thought, what does that mean? So, what is mic's role actually? When someone talks or sings through, only then the voice is heard. We are clear about that. But what is mic's role actually? Is the mic talking or singing? It is not so. It's just the voice or the music gets amplified through it. That is all. I think so. It's a great lesson of non-doership that a non-living object is teaching us day by day. I will not call it non-living object, an inanimate object I will call it. There is life in that too, because there is Brahman here too. So I should thank the mic. Well, I begin because this is teaching me lesson whenever I stand in front of the mic. To begin with, I'll go back to the year 1997 because basically I'm here to before that I would like to tell that I'm here to talk about my journey, and which I'm aware about this lifetime, I'm aware. But I'm unaware about the previous lives. Only Swami knows. So he alone chose us to be here and experience his love, which we are continuing to experience. So to begin with, I will go back to the year 1997, my school days. This is again, that time I was studying in Swami's school, which is in Kerala. So we would make trips during Onam celebrations to Puttaparti, and Swami would interact with us, and if he chose to. That was the year, and somehow something happened to me those days. I was like overpowered with overconfidence. I don't know what was it. I thought I could simply clear any exams, do anything without even touching the books. So it was overconfidence, and actually that was not, it was otherwise. I was scoring quite low in my exams. So other side, my mother was praying to Swami to give me sadbuddhi, and Swami actually listened to her prayers. And one of those sessions, Swami was passing by. He suddenly looked at me. He told me, "Hey boy." Then I just looked at Swami. "Yes, Swami." And he told, "Lazy, lazy, lazy. Company, company, company." So he told me, and something he told me in Telugu, but I really did not follow because I didn't know the language then. But all others were coming and patting me. "Very lucky fellow man you are. Swami is talking to you." But actually, what was the conversation? No one knew. Actually, I was the one I was red with shame. Oh my God, he's telling lazy company. I didn't know. But after that, he touched me. After that, he patted me and he went away. It was very nice when he touched me. And when I went back to the hostel after that, I used to be very lazy. That's what Swami pointed out. And I would sleep during Suprabhatams. My teacher would wake me up next to him. The harmonium is there. With the harmonium cover, he would wake me up. So that was his daily job. But after he touched me, there was some strange thing. I would be wide awake chanting Suprabhatam, and my teachers were surprised. What has happened to this boy? And I would chant, I would sing, and And it was for a period of 1 month, Swami would come in my dreams. And just not dreams, he would take me places which I really don't remember now. I cannot recall where all he took me, but I remember one place. That was the Hillview Stadium he took me, which I had not visited physically then. And he took me, and it was a very strange sight. I saw some overseas devotees, playing the guitar and the jazz drum, hanging and playing. I mean, those some kind of ropes were there. I mean, all those, he showed me all this. It was a period of 1 month which I experienced the bliss. Again, after that, back to square one. Again, and those days, Swami told about company. So my friends started keeping away from me, and because Swami told. And then there was some kind of a transformation, and I started scoring high, and I started studying. I started touching my books. By the reprimand by him, I am grateful. That's how I could progress. That's one part of it. I would like to tell that whenever I was introduced, or Swami always kept me as a bhajan boy. So whenever I'm introduced as a bhajan boy, I feel it's my privilege and fortune. It's not easy to be a bhajan boy. It is not something ordinary. I would like to remind, not only it is a reminder for myself first, then when I talk to our brothers and sisters here. In fact, it's a fortune, a privilege to be part of Swami's bhajan group, where he chose us to join. And actually, it is my privilege. Okay. In fact, it was my 3rd day in the hostel when Swami started, when I started singing in front of Swami. That was even he picked me up. That the fact is, I was a Brindavan boy, Brindavan student. So in the Brindavan, there is an advantage. You don't have to ask Swami directly. Our revered warden sir, Narsimurti sir, was our warden. He would talk to Swami and tell Swami, this boy has joined, can he sing? So if Swami permits, yes, you are done, you can sing. So that was the 3rd day, and Swami permitted. And I started singing, and there used to be some experience. Like, I was actually, quite scared to look at Swami, because he knows in and out. You just heard a while ago what I told about myself. So I would never open my eyes. I would simply sing bhajans, closing my eyes, and Swami would look. And few of my classmates and brothers told me, hey, Tara, look at Swami, man. You know what happens when you sing? One flower drops from Krishna. Those of you who have visited Brindavan, Sai Ramesh Hall, there is one Krishna statue. It is very beautifully decorated, and Swami comes and sits there on the Simhasana. And every time, whenever I sang, one flower would drop. And I didn't have the courage to open my eyes. But one day I mustered all my courage, and I really saw that was Swami was seated, and he kind of acknowledged, yeah, I am listening to you, something like that. So really, I'm really grateful, and I would like to relate another experience of just not that we tell him physically and Swami is listening. He's actually listening to each heartbeat of ours. There was an incident, again, this is in the year 1999, when I was in my first BCom. And it was the Akhanda Bhajan time, November. And all the senior singers were asked to sing, and juniors were like, I was one of the junior singers, but who were like told, okay, you can sing later, but because all dignitaries are coming, the reputed senior singer should be singing. I accepted it. I sat behind, and then Swami came as usual. In the evening it starts. I was seated behind, and Swami went back, and in the morning again he came, and it was as usual. Everything was happening. Swami went back again, and suddenly I was given a chance to sing. When everybody, goes away, then the juniors can come forward. I came forward, and it will come and sing one bhajan, man. I sang. One of our bhajan group in charges told me to sing. I sang. I cracked my voice also while singing. One of my favorite bhajans. So I was so scared. I thought, henceforth, I will not be allowed to sing, because Puttaparti, everybody, maybe you're aware, they're very strict. If anywhere you make a mistake, 1 month you are in cold storage. That's all. You will not be allowed to sing. So I thought, I think so, it's gone. But to my surprise, I was praying, Swami, please help. But in the evening, he came, and I was seated. Somehow, I was pushed to the front row. Generally, we never get such a chance. But miraculously, I was seated. And Swami was going on looking at me. I thought, I think so, I'm making it. The morning bhajan, whatever happened, maybe that the news has reached Swami. finished. I'm again gone, not 1 month now. I think so, I'm gone forever. I was thinking like that. But what was happening? The bhajans were going on, and the rule in bhajan group is whenever the next bhajan is coming, because one side brothers are singing, other side sisters. So that side sisters were singing, so I was to pass the mic to my next brother. And the rule is, it should be very inconspicuous when we pass the mic, because it would disturb the devotees' attention, because they might be meditating or open eyes looking at Swami. Somebody sees the mic moving, it would disturb their attention. So I was doing it quite inconspicuously, and Swami suddenly noticed. I just left the mic, again looking at Swami. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to respond, rather react. And Swami looked at the brother next to me and told, let him sing. I mean, he just indicated. I was totally unprepared. I didn't know what to do. But then Swami was enjoying the drama, and finally I sang. So he was listening. Swami has been very kind. Many times I have been forgetting lines. It was my first year, when at times I was very new, with very low in confidence. So I would forget lines of bhajans. He would look at me and even prompt me the next line. There have been cases. Like one bhajan, Gopala Radha Lolai. It's very common bhajan. I was singing. Then there is line, Keshava Madhava Janardana Vanamala Brindavana Bala. I sang Brindavana Lola. So Swami, Bala, Bala, he was telling me. Bala, Bala. Oh, I sang, I corrected. So yes, correct. So he was like, really, that is one thing. It's such a fortune to talk about. When I talk, I go back to that moment. So he has been, small things he has been guiding. And let me remind myself and all of us that bhajan singing is no ordinary. It is nothing ordinary. It's just not singing. It's an opportunity to communicate with God. Many times Swami has told us that music is the shortcut route to reach Him. But in shortcuts, we must be more cautious, as there is always a chance of derailment. Swami tells that it's a flight. So we should be more careful. So therefore, it's imperative that we remain like a flute. Like the mic I was talking, flute is also another instrument which teaches us a lot of lessons. So how does it teach? So we remain like a flute. How? Which is hollow without any ego, straight without any crookedness. And then let Him blow His music through us as He likes. Once we take any bhajan seriously, let me tell you, we'll experience that there is a personality for each bhajan. I think so many of us will agree, you will agree with me, there is a personality to a bhajan. It's just not anything, just as music, it's gone, sung, finished. It's not so. There's a personality, and we will realize that the bhajan will guide us how to go through it. Thus, while singing, we become that bhajan. And that bhajan fulfills its purpose when rendered. So bhajan as such is like a mantra. It has a purpose. So if we allow that bhajan to flow through us like the flute which Lord Krishna holds, similar way, it will itself allow. So the bottom line here is surrender. So we surrender, accept, flow through, and we go through. That's all. As I'm talking about bhajans, there are many instances, but I would like to end with one bhajan which is very close to my heart, which is Hey Shama Sundara. Many of our brothers sing here. I was actually blessed, to introduce this bhajan in front of Swami in Puttaparti, Prashanthi Nilayam. It was the year 2005, when many bhajans were getting launched. This is one of them. So the practice was, we recorded the bhajan, we practiced the bhajans in our foyer sessions, and once our boys and students were acquainted with the bhajan, then we launched the bhajan. So, but somehow this bhajan was not happening with this bhajan. Our bhajan group in charge, he's very strict, and that is how it is supposed to be. And he was no Tara, not today. Let us practice. Oh, okay, fine. So it was always, so our bhajans were inside the bhajan hall in Prashanthi Nilayam, and I had to wait. And there was enough practice going on. So there was a day when Swami sat outside in Sai Kulwanta Hall, and it was time for bhajan. Swami told, come on, sing bhajans, start. But there was no instrument, nothing, you know. So our bhajan group in charge was seated near the bhajan group in the bhajan hall. So he didn't have a chance to come. So this was the chance. Our students told, Tara, come on, shoot, it's the time. So I said, okay, can I? Okay, fine, let's. So that moment when I started singing, Hey Shama Sundara, Swami just closed his eyes. You know, that evening I can never forget, unforgettable moment. He closed his eyes, and it was such a beautiful evening. His hair, that wafting, in the breeze, there is a cool breeze blowing. And I know I started the bhajan. And I was going through the bhajan. It was happening, not that I was doing it. I went through the bhajan, Hey Shama Sundara, and I was lost by looking at Swami. I went on and on, I sang. And I knew, and at the end, the bhajan ended. And Swami was all through, in his blissful posture, his hair, flowing in that beautiful breeze. I can never forget. So it was my fortune that I could sing that bhajan, and Swami permitted. Then this bhajan had to never look back. Then the bhajan group in charge would himself come to me and tell, Tara, come on, sing this bhajan. So every time it was like that. So it is really a fortune that Swami has permitted me to be part of the bhajan group and allowed me to sing. So thank you very much for patient listening. That is all I've got to say. And coming to Swami is a blissful journey which is still going on. I was in Prashantinilayam, he brought me to Muddinahalli, and it's more learning, more joy, that's all I can tell you. So let's go through, let's not forget that we are chosen, not that we have chosen him. It looks that we have chosen, but actually he has chosen us. Any one of us who are seated here, we can just go back and think, actually we are chosen by him, that's why we are here. And Swami also told me once that this is a second chance for you. Because first chance was in Prashantinilayam. Some lessons were to be learned, but that was not all. Now is the time you have to learn more. So we are learning. The journey is on. Swami is telling, lifelong learners. So yes, we will learn. Let us not stop learning. So thank you very much for your patient listening. Jai Sai Ram. Thank you so much.